Good morning, everyone. This is Bob Burge with the Indiana Department of Workforce Development. Thanks for joining us this morning. Today we got a very exciting virtual job fair coming to you with employers from the Johnson County area. We thank you for your time today. We're going to hear about some really exciting job opportunities, and you're going to hear from the people that are actually doing the hiring. So you'll be hearing from them in just a second. To get things kicked off, I got a couple housekeeping items. First, regarding your audio, you'll have a couple options. If you're getting any kind of feedback or you're having trouble hearing us, on your audio options, you can, there's a dial-in number. We always recommend that. That's always a safe way to go in. Or you can use voice over IP directly using your computer. So those are a couple different audio options. You're going to be hearing lots of different information today, and so if you can't get it all at once, don't worry. Today's program is being recorded, so all the slides you're going to see, all the information you're going to see, you'll be getting a link at this time. About this time tomorrow, you'll be getting a link, and you'll be able to go back and review. You'll be able to share it with others. All your registration, those that attended live today and those that were unable to attend live, everyone will get it, and all the employers will get your contact information so you can follow up. We also have the ability to send us questions. Not sure if we'll get to all of them today, but on your right-hand side up there, you'll see the question module. You can send a question, and we'll take a look at those, and we'll get to the ones that we can. So if it's for somebody specifically, try to do it during their time, and we'll get it to them. If not, we'll have a little bit of question-answer period at the end as well. So do send us your questions. So I think with that, let's get things kicked off. We need to thank our host today from Work One Central. Jim Mehring has, I can tell you, DWD has 12 regions around the state, and we do these job fairs all around the state, but the runaway leader is Region 5, and Jim and his board have used these, I think, really to help employers from around the state, and so we appreciate their efforts. Jim, tell us a little bit about Region 5 and your board and anything else you want to share this morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much, Bob. Again, as Bob had mentioned, my name is Jim Mehring. I really have the distinct honor of being able to serve as the chair of the Region 5 Workforce Development Board. And it's really been exciting to see and be a part of many things that have gone on as of late. Definitely would like to extend a very warm welcome to all those who are participating in today's Region 5 Workforce Development Board Virtual Job Fair, as well as our hosts. Those are going to be talking to us about opportunities they have. We thank you so much for your efforts. Just as a point of reference, the Region 5 Workforce Development Board does serve the 8 counties immediately surrounding Marion County. For businesses, Work One offers very cost-effective and convenient access to job seekers. For those individuals looking for employment, maybe desiring to develop a career plan, maybe looking for a job or career change, finding training options, seeking employment, Work One definitely is a key source for information, job referrals, such things as placement assistance, and many other services. Since our last job fair, I'm very, very pleased to share that the Work One offices are open. Staff are working diligently to serve the needs of both job seekers and businesses in this 8-county service area. If you have the opportunity, please go to our website, www.workoncentral.org, for more information. That includes phone numbers for the office or offices close to you. Today's virtual job fair, as we've heard, will present opportunities from Johnson County employers, and I, for one, am really looking forward to hearing about these opportunities that will be presented today. So, no further ado, Bob. With that, I'll turn it back to you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks, Jim, and thanks for all you do. Again, this is, we work, like I mentioned, we work with all the regions, but this is Region 5, and please don't tell the other regions, but Region 5 does a much better job than everybody else. And before we jump to the employers, I'm going to put Robin close on the spot. Robin, I can see your smiling face there, and Robin, Robin, tell us a little bit about what people can get done at a Work One office.
Well, we've got leads. We partner with employers. So if a job seeker comes in, we've got our partnered employers. We know who's hiring, and we can match the job seeker with training employers if they want to go straight to a job. And we're very excited about today. This is the first virtual job fair for Johnson County employers. So we're very excited.
Thanks, Robin. And again, I think the message there is get to know your work one office. And it's the same with employers. I mean, employers work very closely with you guys as well, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We've got lots of opportunity for grant dollars and for ways to reach job seekers. So definitely love to work with our employers here in Johnson County.
Okay, well, let's get things moving. We're going to be talking about jobs this morning, and let's meet our presenters for today. From Fedex, the Talent Acquisition Coordinator. Good morning, Grace Lewis.
Good morning. Thanks for having me be a part. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk to everyone today and kind of explain our new opportunities in Greenwood.
Thank you, Grace. And next up is the Veteran Employment Program Manager for Bell Tire, Chris Miles. Chris, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for inviting us.
Next up, from Energizer Holdings, Inc., the Associate Human Resources Manager, Jonathan Foley. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
And the HR Generalist from Greenwood Village South, Christina Kilgore. Christina, good morning.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me.
And last but not least, the owner of Prime Remnant, Craig Blow. Craig, good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you guys. I'm glad to be a part of this program and talk to all the candidates, as well as, just a big thank you to the workforce development team for having us on here and putting this together. It's a great success. I appreciate it.
Okay, so that's our panel. Those are the folks you're going to be hearing about. You're going to hear both about the company and as well as specific jobs. So let's get things kicked off. Let's start with Fedex and Grace Lewis. Grace, tell us a little bit about Fedex.
Yeah, well, sure. So we actually just opened a new building in the Greenwood area off of 65. So a little bit more about Fedex. FedEx Ground is a leader in cost-effective packages around the globe, offering dependable service to businesses and residential customers throughout the US and Canada. Though more than 150,000 employees, more than 620 distribution hubs and local pickup and delivery stations, and 74,000 motorized vehicles operated by 5,300 locally owned small businesses. So that's a large overview. We are an essential business, and we are trying to hire over 500 people in this next month in the package handler role right here in Greenwood. So that's just a little overview.
Okay, hey Grace, tell us for those that may not be familiar with Greenwood, tell us a little bit about the nearby area and specifically where you're located. What are things? What's your take on Greenwood?
Yep, so we're right off of 65, and we're basically across from Amazon off the Worthsville Road exit. And are you just asking what else kind of Greenwood has to offer, or?
Yeah, and I know it's a great community, very tight-knit, a lot of great schools, that kind of stuff.
Yep, so Greenwood does have, I actually also partner with the Greenwood Community Center. And the Greenwood Community Center has several events, COVID friendly, not COVID friendly, but still being able to do events within the community. For example, I previously they had an end of the year Puppy Palooza event where we had all the dogs come out and play in the pool. And there's upcoming, instead of doing trick or treat, trunk or treat, they're going to be doing a Halloween parade.
Oh, very cool.
Yep. So Greenwood is definitely an upcoming city, and it still has that small town feel throughout it. So I really
I saw the undefeated Center Grove football team play Friday night, and they're undefeated, one in the state, in the largest division in the state. So, hey, let's talk about jobs. So you're going to talk a little bit about a package handler, right? So that's what you're looking for. Tell us what a package handler does and what you're looking for in this position.
Yeah, sure. So throughout the year, we hire hundreds of employees as package handlers and operations managers, and these individuals are really the heart of our company. Package handlers, kind of what that job consists of is lifting, loading, and unloading packages, while operation managers are our first level managers that keep everything running smoothly. And these are the leaders of our future. And something that I'm really proud of to be a part of this new building. Sorry if you can hear the background noise. We just opened last Friday. We had our first packages shipped, and we're still getting things
A little bit of
settled.
Sure, that's okay. We can hear you.
Okay, great. So the package handler position, we have part-time and full-time opportunities. Part-time is roughly 2 to 4 hours, and then full-time is over 35 hours. And so that job is, physically loading, unloading, and sorting packages of varying size, weight, pulling, carrying, scanning packages at a high volume. We are coming up on our busiest season. So with that, we started offering, we are offering an increased dollar rate for all of our package handler shifts. And then starting November 6th, we're doing an additional $2 per hour for our weekend shifts. So that actually brings our hourly wage up to $20 an hour for those weekend shifts. And we are hiring for all of our days and our shifts. So if you want to come to work, we can definitely would love to have everybody come see our facility. We're also having orientations over 6 times a week, so we can get individuals started pretty quickly. We actually do text interviews. So at the end, there'll be a website on where to apply, and as well as my contact information if you have trouble applying, but I know that we'll be covering that later. So
Grace, what can you tell us about, what are you looking for experience-wise? I saw a question come in on that, and then also if you could address what the different shifts are. Are you guys a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week operation?
Yes. So, what we're looking for in our candidates is, someone who's motivated to learn. Is definitely something. There's minimum qualifications is you just need to be 18 years old. So this is definitely a good starting ground for future career opportunities as well. The leadership team that I work with, they all started as package handlers. So I'm actually the only one who did not start as a package handler, but they've been with the company from 5 to 20 plus years. And so, like I mentioned, one of our most traditional career paths may begin as a package handler and then as an operation manager. And from there, you'll have more options for career growth. We also have a few leadership just partnering opportunities for mentoring our package handlers with operation managers to kind of build that relationship. So our shifts.
It sounded like you answered another question I got in on advancement. So somebody willing to come in, work hard, there are advancement opportunities, right?
Yes.
Okay. What about benefits? You want to touch on that?
Yeah, I would love to mention that. So after a minimum of 90 days as a full-time package handler and then 1,000 hours as a part-time, our employees are eligible for healthcare, dental, and vision benefits. We also offer tuition assistance and an employee assistance program, which offers free counseling sessions and other work-life balance services. And as
Okay, I got one more question before we jump in on how to apply. So, what if I applied? What if I applied before? Hey, I applied 6 months ago, never heard from you guys. Should I reapply now? What should I do? Should I contact you directly?
Yep, you absolutely should reapply. And then if you have a question about the status of your application, you can always give me a call and I'm able to look that up. So the only eligibility issue is if you were actually a previous FedEx employee and you were terminated for, job
Sure.
abandonment or other situations. If that were the case at any FedEx ground facility, you would have to wait a year. But if not, then we definitely recommend reapplying, and you'll get a call from us within a day or two, because we do the text interviews now. So as soon as you do the text interview, and then the next step is you'll receive a background check to your email that you'll have to complete. And then at that point, once we're informed from our third-party company that you are eligible for hire, a member of our team will reach out to set up in-person orientation. But like I mentioned, you can always reach out to me, and I can let you know where you're at in the process.
Okay, Grace, and again, I said the last question. Here's really the last question I have for you before we move on, and it's something we're going to ask everybody this morning because the environment we're now in. What can you tell us about safety? How has that changed since March, and what kind of safety precautions can they expect to see in place at FedEx?
So for safety, we do have, you'll go through security when you first enter the facility, and we do have all of, I'm in a room by myself right now, but we do require everyone to wear the mask covering, as well as we have hand sanitizer throughout, and just other cleaning crews consistently going back to make sure that we're keeping everybody safe.
Okay, so Grace, I'm interested. What do I need to do next? Looks like on the slide there, it's got your contact information directly and where you can apply online.
Yep. So if you go to groundwarehousejobs.fedex.com, you'll just select and look up the package handler position, and you just want to make sure that you are selecting the correct address. We are the only FedEx ground facility in Greenwood, so that's pretty straightforward, and that's how you can apply. So I really.
Well, great. Hey, Grace, thanks for that. A lot of great opportunities at FedEx. It looks like flexible scheduling if you want full-time, part-time, if you want weekday, weekend, right? So some very solid benefit packages. Grace, Lewis, thanks for that. And next up, we're going to hear from Belle Tire, the Veteran Employment Program Manager, Chris Miles. Chris, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
And Chris, before we jump into the jobs, tell us a little bit about Belle Tire. I know I know there's one real close to where I live, and we're seeing more and more of them. Tell us a little bit about Belle Tire.
Yeah, so Belle Tire was actually founded in 1922 by Sam Wise, and the name Belle actually came from his wife, Belle. So we're a family-owned business for more than 90 years. Here in 2 years, we'll be going up to our 100-year anniversary. We've been a staple in the communities. We're actually founded in Detroit. We built out from the Detroit area, and currently in 3 states. Here in the future, we'll be in 4 and currently expanding. Basically, it's what it is. It's Belle Tire. We have automotive, we have alignment, we have warehouse, all types of positions, and our roles keep expanding and we keep building the business.
Okay, so what kind of services do you guys push out there? I mean, I know tires. In fact, with my kids' cars, I seem to be buying tires more and more these days. You mentioned alignment. Anything else you want to point out that you guys do there?
Yeah, so we're a little bit different. Where if you go to most tire stores, then you'll have to go somewhere else to get them, possibly rotate and balance. We'll do everything on site for you. If you have a crack in your windshield, we'll take and do the auto glass installer, delivery right on site. We can take and do some engine maintenance on site as well. and just make sure it's as much of a great customer experience as possible.
And then, are we talking a specific location this morning, or do you have multiple around the region?
We have multiples throughout the region, and we're always updating, we're always hiring. So I'll have specific jobs that are out there. I think we have 35 openings as this morning, but we always have our future career opportunities as well that we'll tell anybody to go to. Because even with our future employees, the great thing about Bell Tire is the fact that we are still expanding and that we're an essential business, is we've been able to actually continue to grow throughout this time period. So we really haven't seen a hit to the business. We've really seen business grow during this time period, where there's a lot of uncertainty for folks. A lot of folks aren't going out and buying brand new cars, they're updating what they have. So that's really building out our business for us as well.
Okay, so Chris, let's talk about jobs. You got 4 different, I think, employment opportunities we're going to talk about, I believe. And the first one is a store manager. What do you want to share with us about that? We'll put some stuff up on the screen here. What else do you want to add?
So I'll hit up the store manager piece. And of course, the first thing everybody wants to know is, what does a store manager make? So our store manager, when you take a look at the way that we have our career path chart broken out, you'll see where it says sales associate, it will say assistant manager, where you can go up to a first assistant manager and then to the actual store manager itself. And our assistant managers will make anywhere between $40,000 and $60,000 because that initial entry role is about 40. And then as you move up into the first, where you're backing up the store manager, that will get you to right around $60,000. Then the store managers will make $60,000 upwards of 6 figures. And I know it says 80 on there, but it's actually upwards of 6 figures in some of our more high producing stores. And it really depends upon how much the store manager wants to put into it and how much he wants to drive the revenue in the business.
Okay, so on this first one, let's talk, why don't you talk a little bit about skills and experience on this? I know that may change, that will change from job to job, but also tell us about benefits. How about that?
Yeah, no problem. So if you really take and sit down, you look at the assistant manager through the store management, you're really looking at somebody that has customer service and sales. Then as you take and move up into becoming the first assistant manager, somebody actually understands the store operations. Somebody's a key holder, somebody actually understands all aspects of the business. One thing unique about how we operate is everybody will spend at least 2 weeks, no matter what your role is in the company, whether it's HR, IT, you'll go down and you'll help change tires for 2 weeks so that everybody understands what the business and how the business role actually expands out. When you look at benefits across the board for Bell Tire, well, the first thing, and it's very important to us, when you look at the military, first and foremost is the fact that we actually support the military, we support reserves, we support the drills. If the military has to go out on deployment, we'll take and make sure that position's held there for the associate. We're also concerned about military spouse employment as well. So there's a couple of our big things tied to the benefits. We believe that we have excellent competitive starting pay with the areas and locations that we're in. We offer a training and development program. We're always building up. We're really tied into career paths and career growth. That way, even if somebody comes in as initial entry level, that they can build up and they can stay within the organization for 25, 30 years if they choose to. We have paid time off, referral bonuses for employees, 401k plans, healthcare benefits include medical, dental, vision, and flexible spending accounts, life insurance, disability, and other supplement insurance, and then an employee discount package for products and services. So it's pretty robust for initial entry jobs, and then it actually grows out as you take and stay within the company.
Okay, so next I think we're going to talk about an auto technician. This gets to be pretty specific now, right? So auto technician, and a little bit about what you're looking for there, skill-wise, a little description, and then you've already covered the benefits. So tell us a little bit about an auto technician.
So there's a couple different ways to get into the auto technician role. You can actually come in as an alignment technician trainee and, get a permit, partner with an ASE certified technician, and you can build up where we'll have you work side by side with another technician, another mechanic, and take and build up your experience as you go through. And then you'll actually just become a full-time alignment, or if you're already a certified auto tech or you have experience as an auto tech, you'll come in, you'll do full service auto repair. We really highly encourage taking work on ASE certifications and to take and build up. One great story is we have a captain that was in the military, he was in the Army Reserves, and he came on board. He was a mechanic, he had the experience, and he's now a fully certified ASE certified mechanic. He uses Montgomery GI Bill and his GI Bill benefits and his post 9/11 benefits, and he built up and went as far as he could possibly. Just one thing to tie back to on store managers. Another success story is we have a young gentleman named Lane who's in the Marine Corps Reserves, and he's a Lance Corporal, so an E3 for anybody that's out there. And this young man actually went from being a sales manager, and within 3 years, he's actually a full-time store manager, making $80,000 plus a year. So for people that are out there wondering, how can I build up from high school if I don't have a college education? You get out there, you work, you show that grit, you show that determination, and we're one of those businesses where you can really build up.
Okay. I had a question come in here before we move on to the next job. Chris, what are the store hours?
So the store hours, most of the time you'll have some associates will get to the stores at 7, but then we're closed by 7. We're open on Saturdays, but we're closed on Sundays. And again, when you saw that the fact that under the benefits that we actually offer paid time off, just say the associate says, hey, you know what, I'm gonna take some night classes, or I have a family engagement. We're all about family, we're family-owned business, so we really support the families, we really support the communities. So we work that within the stores. We're always at 100% staffing plus, so we always have that flexibility within the stores to be able to take and ensure that our associates have that time management and have that quality time with their families.
Okay, next position, tire technician. Tell us about that. I know I got a tire that I keep, I think I got an issue, either the valve stem or a nail or something. I keep losing tire pressure, my light keeps going on. Is that what a tire technician deals with, troubleshooting?
That is what a tire technician deals with. What's great about how we build out though, say that you're a young person that comes out of high school, you're trying to work through college, you can come in part-time, you can take as a part-time role, or you come in full-time and we'll help build you out. So you're initially going to start off as a tire technician trainee as you come in, unless you have some experience already, and then we'll build you up to a tire technician. What's great about how we build out our career passes, then you have an option to take and split out, where you can decide, you know what, let me look at the warehouse side, let me become a warehouse technician, let me start looking at auto glass technician, or let me take and start talking about going into leadership path and looking at sales. So it kind of splits out from there. Most of our tire techs will be tire techs for 2 to 3 years unless they choose to stay tire techs longer. But we really push to try and get those folks out, because now you understand how the business operates, and then we can move you up into that sales role, that system management role, and you actually understand all the functions that actually take place in the garage, which is amazing for us, and it provides a better customer service for us as well.
Okay, so it sounds like a lot of learning goes with that position. You can come in and learn and really get kind of laser focused and be more marketable as a result.
Yeah, one of the great things is even if you have no experience, you say, you know what, I'm gonna try and step into this role, is we partner up. Everybody works as a battle buddy team. Everybody has a teammate in the shop. So everything you do is gonna be with another person side by side with you. So even if you're apprehensive and you're not sure if that's the right career fit for you, come in, we're gonna train you up. We're not gonna let you fail. And the biggest thing that I see about what we do is we build everybody up, and we build everybody up to become, you know, very successful.
Okay, so the last of the positions we're going to talk about, I know you alluded to this a little bit earlier, is the assistant manager. Tell us about this job and a little bit about the experience.
So assistant manager, especially with what we do, it's great if you do have some mechanic experience. If you take a look at a lot of the roles that come out of the military, we know that a lot of our military folks have a preventive maintenance checks and services background. They've all operated some type of level of equipment. It's great to have some type of sales experience, some types of customer service experience, and that really puts you in place for this role. And just wanting to take in, push the business, understand the business, and knowing that, yes, I'm going to step in as assistant manager, but my end game is to actually step up and actually run my own store, or to build up experience so that even if you want to move to another employer, that's fine as well. But we're going to take and give you that opportunity to build up your experience as you go.
Okay, so Chris, I'm interested. What do I need to do next? Next slide is going to show your contact information. And let me ask you the same question. If I've applied before, should I start over and do it again?
The easiest thing you can do, since I'm a veteran employment program manager, the great thing about what I do is if you actually contact me, I'll go into the system. I'll reach out to one of our team members at that store, and I'll make sure that your resume and your application actually gets looked at within a 48-hour time period. So where if you apply to a typical job, your resume is going to kind of sit out there. I kind of push the process along, and I make sure everything gets expedited. You can also reach out to us on LinkedIn at Bell Tire, Facebook at Bell Tire, and then we're also on YouTube. And I'd highly encourage anybody to go to YouTube, check out our videos. There's testimonials on there from military. There's testimonials on there from everyday civilians. that have walked in and have taken on those roles. And you can kind of see a little bit more about the business and how the business really has expanded.
Okay, thanks, Chris. And good stuff, all good stuff. I got a couple more questions that came in. You already talked about growth opportunities and the career path. What is Bell Tire doing specifically as a military-friendly company? I know you alluded to that. Anything else you want to add with that?
As a military-friendly company, so we really started up the entire, what is called a program, about a year ago. So our growth in the military market has been at about 57% this year. We've hired 100 plus veterans this year at our stores. We've partnered with the United USO and the USO Pathfinder program across the country at all 22 locations, and all of their scouts that they have out there to actually recruit. We've partnered with all the Soldier for Life transition assistance programs across the globe, 62 centers. So we send out all those career opportunities. And we've also recently partnered with the Onward Opportunity Program from the Institute of Veteran and Military Families. And we're doing that to be able to reach more into the military spouse network and to find individuals that have customer service and a sales background so that we can bring them out of the military or give them a career path while they're in the military as an assistant manager and build them up throughout our company. Most recently, I know that we had an HR role and an IT role, and the amount of people that applied to those two roles from the military community was beyond belief. They really flooded the system on those roles. So we really see that the visibility is getting out there.
Okay, that's Chris Miles with Bell Tires. Chris, thanks for all that. I'm going to, before we move on, I'm going to call a quick timeout. We're going to do a couple real quick polling questions. These are actually for the employers today. And again, this first one I'm going to launch, and if you can let us know, are you currently employed, yes or no? And again, I know all employers today will tell you there's no right or wrong answer. They're interested in good job prospects that are employed or not necessarily employed. So I'm going to let that go another couple seconds, and it looks like, okay, and I'm going to share the results of that real quick. And it looks about 70% are not employed. So that's, that's good. I'm glad we're having this. That's why it's here today. And I'm going to do one more quick one here. Let me, this asks a little bit about what either your most recent job or what you're doing now. Is it in logistics, transportation, and warehousing, manufacturing, healthcare, retail, restaurant, hospitality, or other? Again, no right or wrong answers here. Just would kind of give a little background to the employers of kind of where your soft spot has been. Again, they're all coming from different sectors themselves today. So let me close this out, and I'll share this. Good news is all the different sectors are represented, the biggest one being other. So, okay, so just wanted to take that time out. And with that, we're going to move on. We're going to talk to Jonathan Foley. Jonathan's the Associate Human Resources Manager with Energizer Holdings. Jonathan, good morning. Hey, let's jump right in. Tell us about Energizer Holdings.
Sure. Good morning, everyone. Energizer is the largest manufacturer of dry cell batteries and flashlights, and is a global leader in the dynamic business of providing portable power. Energizer offers a full line of products in 5 major categories: alkaline, carbon, zinc, miniature and rechargeable batteries, as well as lighting products. And our Energizer and Ever Ready brands are recognized all over the world and are marketed and sold in more than 160 countries. So Energizer is a worldwide workforce, approximately 17,400 and colleagues, and we produce more than 6 billion batteries on an annual basis. So that tells you a little bit about the company. We took over a facility here in Franklin. I'd probably say toward the beginning part of the year, January or February, and we're trying to staff that facility now. We're moving in machines from several different locations around the country. We're mainly focusing on the packaging and distribution of those batteries as well. So all manufacturing that happens throughout the world will be transferred over to this distribution warehouse and distribution center. then it'll be packaged and distributed throughout the country.
Okay, looks like some rapid growth, very positive growth. You want to talk to us about, the packaging machine operator specifically. Tell us a little bit about this and what kind of skills you're looking for.
Sure. So for the packaging machine position, the primary function of this position mostly is there's a lot of really large machines that are in the facility, and it's just to operate the manufacturing and packaging equipment and make sure that we hit our productivity goals and our quality standards. There is a 2-year requirement for production or production or manufacturing operations experience. That's not really important at this point. Where we did recently come from, that's something that we did require. Now we're doing a lot of on-the-job training, so that's not a prerequisite any longer. But with that being said, you have to have the ability to meet the physical requirements. It is a job you have to stand a large part of the day. You have to lift things, usually 35 pounds. There are requirements if you choose to do the flex day position or the flex night position. That is a 12-hour shift, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Our main day and main night positions are 10-hour shifts, and those are Monday through Thursday. And then I also have good verbal written communication skills, and then a strong attention to details and problem-solving skills as well.
Okay, Jonathan, I got a question that just came in on that. So these can be 3 or 4 day work weeks. Is that true?
That's true. So if you have a main day or a main night position, those positions are 10-hour shifts, and those are run Monday through Thursday. If you are in a flex day or a flex night position, those are 12-hour shifts, and those are on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that is correct. We have a flexible staffing model.
Okay, and I had a question come in. You are Franklin-based. I know you said that in the beginning. What can you tell us about, what do you want to point out here on benefits?
Well, we have a very good benefits plan. We have competitive wages. We also offer health, dental, vision, and prescription coverage. We offer a HSA account, which is our health savings account, and the company donates to that on a quarterly basis. We have a very good 401k retirement benefit plan, where the first day that you start with the business, you're already vested in your retirement, which is really nice. So God forbid you decided to retire after 20 years. Everything that you made in your 401k, there's not a graduated vesting here. Everything that you make, you take with you. And then also, I'd like to reemphasize the fact we do have a flexible staffing model.
Okay, before we jump into what to do next, anything that you can tell us about safety? How are things changed since March?
Oh man, COVID is it's knocked everyone out, I think. I know here at the facility, and the facility that I'm coming from, I'm originally from North Carolina, if you can't tell from my accent. So we have now at the Asheville plant that I originally come from, we had some temperature stands that would come up, they would check the temperature, and then you'd be able to see if you were within a certain temperature range on a computer. You could just walk through. We don't have that capability here quite yet. We're still filling out the facility. So we do require that people wear their face masks. We do check temperatures when folks come in. We ask them if we can do that, of course, just to make sure that they're safe. We have hand sanitizer. We have wipes to make sure that we're wiping everything off, Clorox wipes to make sure everything is clean after everyone works with their equipment and things of that nature.
So you've had 6 months now. You're 6 months plus in. So far, so good. Very safe.
Very safe. No reported accidents here.
Great to hear. Hey, again, I said it before, but I'm going to ask you one more question. I just had something come in. What can you tell us about the total compensation package? I know you touched on that a little bit. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think I covered that pretty much. We do have a tremendous amount of opportunity once the colleagues decide to work with Energizer. We plan on doing a lot of promoting inside the facility before we reach out to fill vacancies. So one really good opportunity as well is we have CI leader positions, we have operations supervisor positions. We plan on trying to fill those internally first before we look externally. So that would be one benefit as well.
Okay, and I did have a question here that comes in. The hourly rate is $16.40, that's per hour, correct?
That's correct. If you work a night shift or on a weekend shift, there is a shift premium involved with that per hour as well.
Okay, all right, I'm interested. Jonathan, what do I do next?
Well, we take all applications online. So if you could see the website at the bottom there, energizerholdings.com/careers. You could also call my cell number and let me know that you're interested. And I'm the one responsible for pulling up all the resumes, so I can definitely look and pull the resume up and review it, and then start the process going from there to interview.
Okay, good stuff, Jonathan. Hey, thanks for all that, and good stuff. Next, we're going to turn to Greenwood Village South. I'm going to bring up Christina Kilgore. She's the HR generalist. Christina, good morning, and tell us a little bit about Greenwood Village South.
Hi, everyone. Greenwood Village South is located on US 31. We're just a few minutes south of the Greenwood Park Mall and right across from Rural King. We are a pretty big community, so we're a non-for-profit life plan community. And what that means is we offer our residents a variety of care. So if someone wants to live here in their retirement years, they can essentially live here for the rest of their life if they would choose to do so based on the level of care that we can provide. So we have independent assisted living, and then we have a skilled memory area, a rehab unit, and long-term care all on this campus. So we have been here in Greenwood since 1962, so we're well established. The community sits on over 50 acres, and we currently have about 400 residents and 300 employees right now. So we're pretty big for a long-term care facility as well. And that picture kind of represents the fun that and unfortunately that was pre-COVID, that was the shuffleboard tournament from last year, but very active with the residents. The employees and the residents get to interact a whole lot. And we just have so many cool opportunities around the community for the residents. And we're kind of all about caring for those folks and making sure that their quality of life is wonderful for however long they choose to live with us.
Okay, Christina, you're going to talk to us this morning about 4 different opportunities, I believe. The first one is a CNA position. Tell us a little bit about that position and what you're looking for, and pay, shift differentials, all that. CNA.
Sure. So our CNA positions are extremely important. They're doing that day-to-day care for the residents in a variety of capacities. So we have an assisted living unit here, and then we also, as I mentioned, have rehab, memory care, and long-term care. So we have CNAs on all 4 of those units, staffed round the clock 24/7. So we have all shifts available. If you have your valid CNA license, you would be able to jump in right away. We are also working with folks that attend the C9 Career Center. So if you're in class to get your CNA, but you haven't quite finished, we would hire you as a nursing aide until you got your license. And if you just have a general interest, we have nursing aide positions where you don't have to be licensed and you could potentially move into a CNA position. So we're very flexible with kind of your background, your skill set. We do require a high school diploma or GED, and like I said, that valid license, but if you don't have the license and are interested, we could work with you as well. And just generally looking for someone that wants to take great care of our residents and has that kind of nurturing, empathetic type of personality, you would do very well. It's fast-paced, big variety, and you get to really bond and make great relationships with the residents.
Christina, let's talk about benefits. I see that listed down there. What would you like to point out on benefits?
Yeah, so competitive benefit package. If you're a full-time employee, we have health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision. We contribute to the retirement plan, so we match up to a certain percentage. We have life insurance, short-term and long-term disability, We also have paid vacation and sick time, and then we do have a referral bonus. One thing that a lot of our CNAs try to take advantage of is tuition reimbursement. So we have folks that may go back for their LPN, RN license, things like that, and we would help pay for that, which is really important. And then just in general, we have employee discounts, a lot of employee recognition programs, winnings. We have, when the Colts and Pacers were playing more frequently, we had free drawings for that. So we just do a lot of day-to-day kind of extra benefits aside from your typical retirement and health insurance.
Okay, and this pays $16 an hour with the shift differential and experience, right?
Correct. So starting at 16 and then potential to make more depending on the shift, weekends, and then your experience as well.
Okay, next up I see a staff nurse. This is getting a little more experience. There's more money involved. What do you want to highlight here?
Yeah, so we would take an RN or an LPN, so either license would be applicable. The nurses also kind of guide and help our CNAs and may do some supervision, so it's definitely more high level. Prefer someone with some nursing experience in a long-term care facility, but would be open to any nursing background as well. Again, great benefits, flexibility on the schedules, and potential to make quite a bit of money depending on the shift. And if you work weekends, holidays, all of those things. But again, just looking for folks that want to care for the residents. Yeah, starting pay anywhere between 24 and 28 based on your license and your experience, and then it can go up from there.
I had a question come in here, Christina, about if you can just give some examples of the different shift options.
Sure. So we actually are unique because we do 8-hour shifts Monday through Friday and then every other weekend. So I know a lot of nurses and CNA sometimes work 12-hour shifts, but we work 8-hour shifts. So like a day shift would be 6 to 2, evening shift is 2 to 10 and so forth. So those are the types of shifts that we offer, but we also have both of these positions full-time or part-time. So we're flexible. If you're looking for a part-time schedule, that's something we can work with as well.
Okay, the next position up is a server, and it looks like that's also offered part-time and full-time. What's a server do, and what are you looking for?
Sure. So our residents have to eat, right? I mean, that's some of the best part about them being here. We have great food. So we have cafeterias and dining areas in all of our buildings here. So we have a very large food and beverage department. When COVID was at its peak, we were doing more carry-out delivery to the room. We just recently opened up our dining rooms. So it's a combination of either taking orders over the phone and delivering food to the meals or meals to their rooms, or in-person kind of restaurant-style dining, which has just opened up again. But we don't necessarily require any type of restaurant background. So as long as you have a customer service kind of approach and are willing to work, we would take anyone that's willing to work with us on these positions. And we also hire a lot of minors. So I don't know if we have that audience on the call, but if you have, a son or a daughter or a neighbor or somebody looking for work, the part-time positions can be really, really good for high school or college age kids as well.
Okay, and the last position you're going to highlight is a part-time caregiver that looks like kind of some of the similar things. Somebody looking to get started, perhaps somebody really of any age, including young or somebody that is well on in their employment history. Tell us a little bit about a part-time caregiver. And again, I think that's another great way to be giving back at the same time. So tell us a little bit about that and what you're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. So COVID especially, we have a totally separate department that we serve our residents with for caregiving. So it's folks that want to sign up for help to go to their appointments, could be companionship, could be just help around their apartment. So you could be doing a vast majority of any tasks that they need. And so the hours kind of vary based on your schedule. We're super flexible with this, but it's really, we're looking for individuals that want to help the elderly community, that like the companionship side, and that just want to kind of help them when they may not be able to see their loved ones or family as much as they would like. So this is a really cool opportunity. We've seen folks of every age range, experience, background do this and be successful. You just have to be kind of that compassionate, caring person. So really good opportunity for some flexible part-time hours if you're just looking to give back to the community and kind of work with the elderly population. This is a really cool position. And even our part-time folks can be eligible for paid time off as well. So kind of wanted to highlight that below.
Somebody that's interested in maybe becoming a CNA, I think you alluded to that earlier, that you could come in and start in a position like this and work with you guys on moving towards a CNA.
Yep, absolutely. And I think just if you have a healthcare background in general, maybe wouldn't even be going, if you wanted to have some sort of a medical degree at all, I think this is a great opportunity for those folks as well.
Okay, Christine, I'm interested. What do I need to do next? What's the next best steps?
So best bet would be to apply down on our website, greenwoodvillagesouth.com/careers. I receive all of those applications. They go directly to my email, or you can email me at my C. Kilgore email address listed there as well. So either way, email or filling out the online app is best. Those resumes come directly to me, and then I reach out usually within 24 to 48 hours to try to schedule a phone screen, and we go from there.
Outstanding. Well, excellent, Christina. Thank you so much for that and taking us through the tour with Greenwood Villages South. Thanks for that. And moving on, the last of the employers today with Prime Remnant, Chris Blow. Chris is the owner of Prime Remnant. Chris, give us a little background on what your company is and what you guys do, and then we'll jump into the jobs, the two different job opportunities. Tell us a little bit about Prime Remnant.
Yes, sir. Yeah, this is Craig Blow. So like I said, I'm the owner of Prime Remnant Incorporated, and we're an Amazon delivery service partner that just got started with the opening of the Amazon delivery station here in Greenwood, Indiana, just in July 1st. We opened up, and with the opening of the plant, it's been exciting. It's been an exciting time. We've got a lot of team members that have come together. We're at 40 routes now. We've grown to 40, and so over 70 drivers that we've brought on board. And now we're in that growth phase for leaning into peak, looking for some seasonal team members, as well as full-time permanent drivers who will want to jump into step vans and actually serve the community. That's something that's at our heart, is service. My wife and I are both military veterans. I just retired a couple of years ago from the Army as an Army aviation officer and an operational and strategic planner. And so this is something that's one of our core values. Safety, service, and standards are three core values, but service is central to that. And that revolves, that's a common theme of everything that we do, just our focus with the community, delivering packages, that last mile delivering convenience to the customers, as well as serving each of our team members. And so that's a culture that we've established and will continue to build on. Is that having our team members look out for one another when they're out there in the community, have each other's back when we're helping each other out. We run into some friction, we're quick to help one another out. So that's something that we're very proud of.
And where are you mainly located, and then what's your kind of delivery area on this particular these positions we're going to be talking about in just a second?
Yes, sir. So everything begins and ends at the Greenwood station. It's off of I-65 and the Worsville exit, next to where Grace was talking about with the Fedex building. So we're established there. So we meet there to get our vans set up, loaded out in the morning, and then we drive up. We're servicing actually the northern sector of the city within the interstate boundary. We're going to be concentrated more though in the northwest in the Speedway area, up through the Reservoir and Brownsburg area. It will be our full concentration area, but we're actually servicing the entire northern half of the city right now.
Okay, we're going to talk about two positions. The first one is a step van delivery driver. Looks like it's busy times. I see a note on there, less than 5 positions remain. And I don't know, I don't think this is an exaggeration, but it seems like almost every day I see an Amazon step van pulling up for delivery at my house, I know. And so those are some of the vans you guys use, is that right?
Yes, sir. And this is a new thing that Amazon's just implemented. This is a 14,000 pound Ford E450, and it's very ergonomic. It's very user friendly. There's a lot of space in there to maneuver around and get efficient loading and efficient delivery. So the drivers love this vehicle. It does come with a higher pay rate. You could be upwards of the $18 range after bonuses, and even upwards towards 19 if you're team leader and so forth. But ultimately, that's the key. It requires the for hire endorsement to drive that van. You don't have to come with one when you apply. But if you're going to go straight for the step vans, then you need to have some experience already driving these larger commercial vehicles over 10,000 pounds. But we're definitely excited to help with the training. We'll pay for the training. We'll pay for getting your license reestablished. If you've driven DOT regulated vehicles before, we'll pay for that. We'll pay for your DOT medical card as well to get you back on the road.
Hey, Craig, I'm going to ask an ignorant question here because I don't know. What is a for hire endorsement and the DOT medical card you alluded to?
Yes, sir. So the for hire endorsements actually used to be called the chauffeur license. So that's really the second step up from a normal operator license. And then after the for hire, then you jump into the CDLs licensing. So this is really the first level requirement after the initial operators requirement. I'll just touch on a couple other items, just some key duties and responsibilities and expectations. We're not carrying like really heavy loads. Like 50 pounds is the maximum weight of the packages that we handle. So we're looking at a lot lighter packages and so forth. So really, it's something that we expand the scope of someone who can handle this job by lessening that package weight, and just really the freedom and flexibility of just our scheduling. That's one of our benefits we can talk about as well, because we do a rotational schedule that creates a better work-life balance. It's a 2-day, 3-day model where we rotate. The drivers are loving it because they do have built-in time off throughout their work shift. They're not getting as worn down. Their bodies are recovering, and then they're getting weekends off because logistics is a 7-day week operation, and by having 2 teams, which is what we utilize, we're able to rotate our team members in and out of work to keep them fresh.
What would you like to touch on benefits, Craig?
Yes, sir. So the medical, dental, vision, life insurance are all available for our full-time permanent team members. So if you're jumping into a step van position, we would make you a permanent team member, and so that would become available. PTO that begins accruing on day 1. So it's 1 hour earned for every 25 worked. So for a full-time team member, it's about 80 hours in the course of a year, which is pretty good. And then ultimately, we have a lot of employee benefits, just recognition programs that we reward our drivers for high safety metrics, different drawings, I'll just throw out there too for the medical piece. The company does supplement over 50% of the cost for the drivers with their medical programs. So we definitely contribute to help drive your costs down with that.
Okay, and I see here we have a one more position to talk about. It's a delivery driver. It looks like this is more of a seasonal and part-time positions available. I know we're gearing up for the holidays probably already. Tell us a little bit about this position and what you want to point out.
Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. So this is in the smaller transit van that we drive, and this is definitely focused on this seasonal period now through the end of Christmas. And we have full time, so that's in that full 40-hour plus a week. So it's 4 days a week, 10-hour shift. It's full time, part time. It can be 20, 30 hours a week, and that can be flexible with how we schedule you with part time. But one of the key things to note though is full time, as we're going into this peak period, there is opportunity for some great overtime benefits. If you want to work a 5th and a 6th day, you'll be earning that time and a half. as well as a $25 bonus for the 5th day and 6th day that's applied. So, this is obviously a great time to get involved with the company, get your feet and get started, and then earn a spot to stick with the company come January with a great performance, great attendance, and great reliability. If you show that potential to stay with us, we'll, force our hand to make us keep you permanently.
Can you talk a second about, I got a question here on describe what a typical day might look like.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're our show time is about 10:15 in the morning. We're clocking in by 10:25 at the van line. We meet there, jump in our vans, do a pre-trip inspection, make sure the vehicle is safe and it's operationally sound. Then we go around to loadout. We load out together, load the boxes. The driver's responsible for that loadout. Amazon makes it very smooth with having the packages staged in carts. So you're going to the door, grab the cart, and you're going to load your van in sequence. So it's going to come in route sequence order. So everything's it's very logical. So as you go down your route, your packages are staged in your van in that sequence. So it makes it a whole lot more efficient. And then we drive from loadout. Everyone drives to their route area. Like I said, it's kind of the northern portion of the city. And, you get 2 15-minute paid breaks, and you get a 30-minute unpaid lunch. So it's a 10-hour shift plus the 30-minute lunch gives you a 10.5-hour duty day. So your return to station, we need to be back by 8:55 p.m. is our return to station time. Obviously, we got to minimize, overtime during the day does affect our scorecard because it is increasing risk when you're on the road longer. So we want to try to keep that time minimized and get you efficient as possible so you get your route done in that timely manner. And then we return to station and close out for the day.
Okay, before we jump into how to apply, Craig, I got a question that came in about safety. How have things made it safer in today's environment? And then how does auto insurance work? If you could touch on those two topics.
Yeah, so first, auto insurance. So I cover all that insurance for the van. So that's covered all by the company. So that's completely taken care of. And then with safety, we have viral antiviral cleaner rags. We have hand sanitizer in the vans for our drivers to use. So that's available in every van. And then we wear masks when we're in our morning startups. We're wearing masks. Anytime the driver's outside of the van, they're required to wear a mask, even during the delivery sequence. The only time we can take off the mask is if the driver is alone inside the van. But that's definitely, safety is paramount. Safety is one of our core values, especially in today's environment, that, hey, we got to make sure that we're looking out for our drivers, and we're looking out for the community members that we're coming in contact as well. So.
Good. Well, hey, thanks for that, Craig. Looks like safety is a priority. So, hey, I'm interested. I see Lisa Dickens' name up here. What should I do next if I want to take the next step?
Yes, sir. So just visit our website, primeremnant.com, and you'll see that link right up the middle of the screen. Join the team, and that's going to take you to an application. It takes less than 5 minutes to put your information in there. Let's get to know you a little better. Our team will be in contact with you for the phone screening and bring you in for an interview, and just make sure it's a fit, because we want teammates. It's going to be a fit for you. It's going to be a fit for us. And, it's super important that we all work together in this team environment.
Okay. Hey, thanks for that, Craig. Great opportunity there with Prime Remnant, and again, with everybody. I know I can see now that we've kind of sailed past our 11:30 stop time, so I'm going to get things kind of wound down. And again, thanks for all of you for staying with us. We're going to, again, send you a link to this recording. And let's give one more quick word of wisdom from our participants today. Let's see if we can get them to come back one more time. Grace Lewis with FedEx. Grace, are you there? There they are. Grace, could you unmute real quick, and then any
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yep. Any final thoughts, Chris?
Yep. Well, just please reach out to me if you guys have any questions or if you'd like to take a look at the facility. We'd love to have everyone who wants to come work for us.
Okay, great. That's Grace Lewis with FedEx. Next is with Bell Tire, Chris Miles. Chris, any final thoughts?
Hey, we appreciate the opportunity to come out today. Hey, for anybody that's actually looking to take and get on board with the business, we're out here, we're building a national brand with heart. We're looking to take and expand our employer workforce, and look forward to hearing from you.
Okay, thank you, Chris. And with Energizer Holdings, Jonathan Foley. Jonathan?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank everyone listening to our spiel. If you're interested in a job, please feel free to contact the hyperlink, or contact me directly through my cell phone, and we'll set something up. Thank you.
Thanks, Jonathan. And with Greenwood Village South, Christina Kilgore. Christina?
Yeah, just want to thank you again for having me. We'd love to have you as part of our team, so feel free to reach out, apply, or if you have any questions, let me know.
Okay, thank you, Christina. And we just heard from Craig Blow. Craig, any final thoughts?
Yes, sir. So I just want to highlight, hey, if you're looking to be part of a team, looking for a physically demanding job, we're not going to sugarcoat it. It's not just a driving job. It's a hiking job. It's a lifting job. It's a moving job. So if you like that independence and freedom, being out and about in the community, you like to work hard, and roll up your sleeves, we're looking for you then, and take a look and apply. We appreciate you guys.
Okay, and special thanks to all of our panelists today. Again, great opportunities. There's a lot going on in Region 5, and to close things, we need to also thank Robin for all the work that she does all year round, and in particular on putting these together. So, Robin, anything else you want to add before we turn it over to Jim to close it?
I look for some job seekers to get some jobs, so looking forward to some great things because of it. Thank you for the opportunity.
Excellent. And Robin, who's that over your right shoulder hiding back there?
Job seeker.
Okay, that's excellent.
That's others too here.
Excellent. Look at all that. My gosh. Okay, so let's go to Jim. Jim Mehring. Jim, again, why don't you bring today's program to a close? Thanks again for all you do, and any final thoughts?
Yes, Bob, thank you so much. We've done several of these, and every time I finish with wow, and I'm going to finish with wow again. Amazing, the presenters, their professionalism, their excitement, just enthusiasm about what they do. And I wanted to do a real quick shout out, particularly to Craig and his wife. Thank you so much for your service, and to any other of our business reps who may have been in the service as well. Thank you so much for your service. A couple things that I noticed once again is like the businesses themselves, and it's so exciting to hear about business expansion, especially right now, and these opportunities that are before us right now. There's well in excess of 10 cool opportunities from today, and just some of the nuances with like one-stop shops and having, assistant sales managers, IT, HR actually go out and change tires so they understand what's going on. The personal touches by each of these reps has just been outstanding. So thank you so much. And the quick turnarounds, to answer employment opportunities. It's all so cool. And I want to save the best for last. And once again, how employee and community centric each one of these businesses are. It just really touches me each time, the interest to work with each one that is interested in maybe becoming a part of these teams. So please be sure to visit the websites that were provided during the discussion. And as a reminder, if the need may arise, be sure to utilize the Work One website at workoncentral.org. Can't close again, Bob, without saying thank you to you, David Schatkowski, Robin, and all those who are working so tirelessly. Be sure that, you know, every possible opportunity we have is made available in an effort to meet the needs of the communities we serve. I really want to thank everybody who was on today and listening. We certainly hope that, you know, you found this to be helpful and informative. And to that, I want to say good luck and wish you all the very, very best. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you having us.